I first arrived over here, I was excited. There's a sort of good sense of anticipation about my time over here. I've lived in different countries to the UK before, but never in an English-speaking country like this, and I was keen to hit the ground running and really get stuck into my job here. I'm a mountain bike guide and instructor, and what that entails is basically teaching everyone from complete and total beginners right through to seasoned riders the good techniques for mountain biking, guiding them around the mountain, taking them on appropriate trails, things that they'll enjoy, things that will push them, and things that will make them feel good about their time here and make them go away having had a good experience here on holiday. BUNAC was the obvious choice for a working holiday visa for Canada. They offered a lot of help in terms of checking over all my documents, making sure I had everything I needed before I came over here. They also offered help and advice on flights and insurance, and also on how to get a job over here. Thankfully I already had a job, so I came on over, but BUNAC were great. Whitewater rafting was awesome. It was the first time I've ever done it, and it was just wicked fun. The water was pretty cold. It was glacial runoff, about 3 or 4 degrees. But once you got in the thick of it with the wetsuits, it was absolutely fine. And the salmon bake we had for lunch was awesome as well. Zip trekking was really cool. Just absolutely flying through the trees like that, flicking upside down, spinning around. It was a lot of fun. I've heard a lot about the winter season here. I'm really looking forward to skiing and snowboarding. Whistler nightlife is pretty raucous. It's good fun. There's a lot of great bars for the sort of après scene. So when you finished your biking for a day and you want to chill out with a burger and a few beers with some mates, there's loads of great places to do that. And then there's about 4 or 5 pretty good clubs, a whole range of different music genres, played at everything from you know, cheesy party nights out, lots of 80s music, through to hardcore drum and bass or live bands, whatever you're into, it's here. So if you're thinking about coming to Whistler or anywhere else in Canada on the BUNAC program, then absolutely do it, okay? Do you really want to stay in the UK for the next year? No, you don't. You want to come to Canada and you want to have an awesome time.
My first impressions of Toronto is that it's so friendly, easy to get around, the nightlife's good, and it's just generally a good place to be for a young person. Going to the orientation meeting on the very next day that I arrived here was really, really helpful, because obviously on my first night here I was feeling a little bit lost and on my own. So to go to the orientation, I was able to meet some good friends now. Also it just helped me with everything that I needed, like my social insurance number, a bank account, which I was able to open that very day. Through the BUNAC, once you book with them, you get your first night in the hostel already sorted, that's all in anyway. And then you have a further option to book 2 more nights, which I did. And then they also provide address and number details, so you can phone ahead and book in for further nights if you wish. I've got a job working behind a bar, which entails doing a bit of everything. It's really quite a trendy little bar with a roof terrace, so it's a really good place just to chill out. It's got a really good chilled out vibe, and then quite a dancey vibe at the weekends. Going through BUNAC was really easy. I just registered online, filled in quick forms, sent off my money, and got my visa back within 6 weeks. Once I got over here, I was able to go to the office and use the internet service at the office, make my phone calls, and I was able to find a job and an accommodation within 2 weeks. So it's been really helpful. I spent quite a bit of time there.
I decided to come to Vancouver because I just finished university. I had really enjoyed my time in Toronto, and I had worked for a year after university and thought, oh my god, I want to go travelling instead of working for the next 40 years of my life. So I decided to come to Vancouver. My original plan was to do a big tour of the world, and I thought it would be a good place to start. I work for the Vancouver Sculpture Biennale. We're a non-profit organisation. We have a little office and 3 staff members. We put sculptures and new media and performance art all over the city of Vancouver. So what we're trying to do is transform it into an open-air museum. It's free for everyone. Vancouver's a beautiful city, but it doesn't have a lot of outdoor art or sculptures, so we work with sculptures from all over the world and just put them in different locations in Vancouver. My accommodation at the moment is lovely. It's the best place I've lived in. This is my 4th place since I've been here the year, but that's probably due to me being picky. And also, when I got my new job, I got more money, so I wanted to live in a nicer place. During the week here, I tend to go out a few times a week with the girls that I work with to a little pub around our work called the 3 Lions. They've got lots of different cool wee beers. And then I work quite hard during the week, so most of the time what I'll do is I'll go out to the cinema with some of my friends, or we'll go to Granville Island, which is a really cute place to eat and drink and just really relax, and they do this kind of like fish and chips, which is nice there. And then mainly at the weekend, like I try and stay outdoors. I'll either be at the beach or like canoeing, like I've said. This is the longest amount of time I've ever been away from home, and although I miss people back home, it's fine because I know that I'm really happy here and I might not be here forever, and this experience has just opened my eyes to you can actually go anywhere in the world and you'll be fine. No matter what cultural differences, you'll find people who you get on with, who you can be friends with, or anything. Like, there's a whole world out there, and you actually just have to have the confidence in yourself to know that you can settle in any place you go, even if it's a little bit scary at first.